The day began like any other for Anna, a humble waitress at one of the city's elite hotels. She was kind, soft-spoken, and hard-working, always greeting every guest with the same gentle smile. No one knew much about her past, and she preferred it that way. What no one also knew was that Anna was married, but not to just anyone. Her husband, Adrian Moretti, was a man whose name could make even the most powerful businessman tremble. He was the quiet shadow that ruled the city's underworld, the head of one of the most feared mafia families in Europe. But Anna, humble and kind, never carried his name. She wanted to live an honest life, far from blood and power. That afternoon, a group of arrogant rich men entered the hotel's private salon. Among them was Vincent, the young heir of a billionaire family known for his reckless parties and cruel sense of humor. He had too much money and too little heart. When Anna served them coffee, Vincent's eyes fell on her modest beauty. Her simplicity irritated him. He was used to women trying to impress him, not ignore him. So when he overheard her politely refusing to laugh at his crude jokes, his ego burned. "Hey, waitress," he sneered, snapping his fingers. "Come here. We're bored. Let's make this interesting." Anna froze. She felt all eyes on her. Vincent gestured to a barber chair in the corner of the salon, used for grooming the hotel's VIP guests. "Sit," he said, smirking. "Let's see how brave you are." The room burst into laughter. Anna's heart pounded as she shook her head. "Please, sir, I'm just working," she whispered. But Vincent's friends circled around her like wolves. One of them grabbed her arm. "It's just a joke," he said. "Don't you want to make your boss happy?" The laughter grew louder as they forced her into the chair. The bright lights above her made everything blur. The hum of the clippers echoed in her ears like a nightmare. Vincent, still grinning, took the clippers and placed them against her hair. "Let's make her look interesting," he said. The first buzz sent a shock through her body as strands of her dark hair fell around her shoulders. Tears filled her eyes as she watched her reflection disappear. The men laughed louder, cheering as if it was a show. Anna wanted to scream, but she couldn't. Every snip, every laugh was another wound to her dignity. Just when Vincent moved closer to finish the last patch of hair, the salon door burst open. The sound of polished shoes hitting the marble floor silenced the room instantly. Everyone turned. A tall man in a dark grey suit stood in the doorway, his eyes cold as steel. The tattoos creeping up his neck told a story no one wanted to know. It was Adrian Moretti. The laughter died. The air thickened. Vincent's grin vanished as Adrian's gaze fell upon Anna, her shaven head, her trembling lips, her tear-streaked face. For a moment, no one breathed. The world seemed to stop spinning. Adrian's steps echoed in the room like thunder. His face was calm, too calm, and that terrified everyone. He walked past Vincent's frozen friends, his eyes never leaving Anna. She was shaking, trying to hide her face, whispering, "Adrian, please don't." He reached her and gently touched her cheek, his thumb wiping away a tear. "Who did this?" he asked softly. His voice was low, dangerous, the kind of calm that comes before a storm. Anna opened her mouth, but before she could speak, Vincent stammered, It was just a joke. We didn't mean any harm." Adrian turned his head slowly, his gaze slicing through Vincent like a blade. "A joke?" he repeated. "You humiliated my wife for your entertainment." The room grew colder. Two men in black suits appeared at the doorway, Adrian's bodyguards. Without a word, Adrian nodded. The guards grabbed Vincent's friends, dragging them aside. Vincent tried to speak, but one look from Adrian made his throat dry up. "You think power comes from money?" Adrian said, stepping closer. "Power comes from knowing what not to touch." He took the clippers from the floor, still buzzing faintly, and placed them on Vincent's chest. "You wanted to play barber? Then let's play." Vincent's face turned white. "No, please, But Adrian had already signaled. Within seconds, Vincent's golden hair began to fall to the floor under the same machine he used to mock her. Tears filled his eyes now, the same humiliation he gave Anna, returning to him tenfold. Adrian didn't smile. He just watched in silence, his fury colder than fire. When it was done, he threw the clippers aside and turned back to Anna. He placed his coat gently over her shoulders and lifted her chin. "No one touches what's mine," he said softly. Then he guided her out of the salon, his arm protectively around her. As they stepped outside, the city lights reflected off the tears still glistening on her cheeks. Anna looked up at him, her voice trembling. "Why did you come?" He smiled faintly. "Because even when you try to hide from my world, you're still my world," he said. "No one gets to break you." From that day on, whispers spread across the city, the night the Mafia Boss showed what true love and power looked like. Those who mocked her never dared to cross another innocent soul again. Anna's story became a lesson that respect and dignity are worth more than gold, and cruelty always returns to its master. And to everyone watching this story, remember, kindness may look weak, but it's the strongest weapon in the world. If you believe in justice, in standing for what's right, and in love that protects, subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories like this. Because every view, every click, and every share spreads one message: no cruelty goes unpunished, and no kindness goes unseen.